Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nasty Gram RPG podcast. This is the Boston Masquerade, Chapter 10, The Prey.
Feeling it too hard is the poison to the heart of a sick.
Hey, this is Jake, and I'm going to be your storyteller.
What's good, fam? It's Matt playing Javi Morales, the Ventru entrepreneur cleaner.
Hey everyone, Dan here playing Quintus Lazar, the Tremere.
Hey guys, it's John. I'm playing Z, the Bruja hacker.
Hi, Ryan. Ethan Crane, Ventru Trust Fund.
This is Josh playing Larry Murphy, Nosferatu, and new sponsor in the Big Brothers of America Club.
And you know, this, I'm apropos to nothing. There is a new werewolf book that just came out.
Oh,
kind of
That's
cool.
weird.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Oh, it's so convenient.
It's a London story, though, right?
Throw it over to the snack
Non-Boston.
shack.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is Devin in the Snack Shack. This time coming at you with an IPA and a Snickers bar.
Outstanding.
Dinner of Champions.
Why wait?
All right, let's get spooky.
Oh, for sponsorships. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
In a messy bed, we see Z pass a smoldering blunt to chaotic. Smoke up. I need to get my head right tonight. The shadows of my own machinations are slowly constricting me, falling deeper into a trap of my own making. Lydia Marlowe introduced Quintus and I to her progeny, Kingsley Burke, a politician who operates in the back rooms of Washington, D.C., and has a hand in First Light. Apparently, this Operation Attrition was using Sidney, the Tremere newcomer, as a test subject for a virus that would prevent a vampire from being able to be sated by drinking human blood, turning them into frenzied monsters. He said there was video evidence of a rescue operation held by a former First Light operator named Kenneth Masters, who now lives in the backwoods of Maine. This information wasn't free. He wants all the files we can gather from Kenneth's compound in exchange. Don't look at me like that. Of course I tried to get him to plug in an infected USB drive, but he was disinclined to acquiesce my request, or whatever. Javi and Ethan got some of the Primogen into a meeting and let them know about the virus. Hopefully we can prevent a widespread frenzy at least. Larry went to a baseball game with Sebastian, who apparently kept insisting that it wasn't if Fiona would be gone, but it would be when. I'm sure he's talking about the beckoning, and it sure is weird she hasn't heard the call yet. Anyway, I think we're getting geared up to head to Maine. Hopefully Alexander's contacts come through. Fuck. Are you high yet? Finally! Z starts to feed as the camera fades to black.
November 2nd, 2022, 11 a.m., somewhere on the northern border of Etna, Maine.
First Light operatives are usually recruited from other branches of the military.
We see an old Ford F-150 slowly making its way down a dirt road, stopping every mile. To either side of the road, there are tall pines.
They're not just looking for combat veterans, although most are. They look for people who are obsessively detail-oriented.
On an old wooden clipboard, we see the driver has methodically checked off boxes. Section B2, secure. Section B3, secure. Section B4, secure.
You see, even the best soldier is going to have a tough time going up against one of our kind unprepared.
The truck is parked behind an old barn covered with camouflage netting. Against the barn, we see rain barrels, tools, fish drying racks.
They spend every moment preparing, obsessing over how they're going to destroy you.
Inside the building, we see an MK-17 Scar assault rifle on a dining room table. Next to the rifle is a 14-inch long tactical knife, a flare gun, and several clips of ammunition.
You're walking into the lion's den. If you hope to survive, you need to understand that you are not the hunter tonight.
November 3rd, just after sundown. You've all made your way to wherever it is you hunt. because you know that it's going to be a long night. You know that it's potentially going to be a violent night. Javier, where are you?
Javi is walking down a dark alleyway. He's got on a pair of sort of tattered jeans, a dark black hoodie that is stained and doesn't fit right. He's got a backpack slung over his shoulder with a sleeping bag that is dirty. There is a smell of urine and feces that emanates off of it. And he heads toward a group of tents that have been set up in this alley for quite a while now. It is dirty. There are cardboard boxes. There's clothing strewn about. There are shopping carts with broken wheels filled with bags of cans and bottles. There's the smell of stale beer and rotten food in the air as Javi kind of makes his way amongst the tents looking for the telltale signs of an addict. A tent that's set up that has protection around it, where there's carts, a wooden walls, something that somebody who's going to be nodding out will feel safer and more protected in. And he starts sort of asking around if anybody has any smack that he can buy. Eventually finding somebody who is in need of a connection. And Javi flashes some money, talks them into going and picking up a score from a dealer of theirs. And he sits down inside this protected sort of shelter and waits for them to return. When they get back, waits for them to cook it up, takes his own needle, ties off, and waits for this other person to shoot up before Javi makes his move. Can I borrow some dice?
Roll persuasion and manipulation.
Take what you need.
Add your presence or dominate.
Oh, I'll go with adding dominate on that. Presence and what?
Persuasion and manipulation.
Oh,
plus dominate.
I don't know. I don't. I need 2 more dice. This is a whole lot of fucking dice.
Good for you.
Well, I guess maybe just make sure you know which ones are the hunger dice. Great thing about huge dice pools, really increases the chances.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go with the. I don't know. We'll call it the speckled hen because there's a whole lot of dots.
How
on
many
that.
hunger do you have right now?
Just 1. 1, 2, 3,
You want
4, 5, 6. That's 6 successes.
Okay. You feed without a problem. Actually, as you're leaving, you feel a resonance in the blood. You feel the way that this person, this addict, felt. I have a little thing on my chart here.
Have we talked about resonances before?
You talked about it in an intro.
I did. Thanks for reminding me about what I said.
Yay!
Dead air. Death and music now.
Cut to Josh furiously looking at gaps in the tracks as he makes another cut. At approximately 11:45 p.m. on a Monday night.
Do you want to mark it? No. All right. The blood feels sanguine. You feel this addict's desires. You feel yourself just kind of feeling what they were feeling that drug in your system a little bit. Just make a note. If you use presence today, add 2 dice.
Ooh. Noise.
Ryan, what's Ethan doing?
Ethan is meeting up with the yet to be seen member of his herd, Connie Chang, in a swanky karaoke bar just outside of Chinatown.
You gonna
Back Bay.
All right.
Gonna do some karaoke. Have a fun night. Go back to my place. ...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a plan.
Sounds to me like a charisma and performance role.
All right.
Yeah, you're on a tight timeline. You gotta close this one early.
Add your presence.
At my presence.
He's about to go out into Inquisition looping territory. He's out singing karaoke
That's how I
hours
roll.
before.
And how much hunger do you have right now?
Just one.
Oh, you guys don't need to feed.
Yeah, you don't need to feed.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't make.
Oh yeah,
rouse check.
well,
Right?
yeah, I forgot the rouse
I'll
check.
fail it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I failed it.
Oh, cool.
2.
You just need one from her. You bring her back. Yeah, you guys. You do one awesome round of karaoke.
Can I
and then
still
you
make
head
the roll
home.
for it?
Oh, I thought you had 2 successes.
Oh no, that was that was
check.
my rouse
All
check,
right.
which I failed. So I'm gonna do an acapella version, so I can get my performance bonus. go for the lead, and I just drop the bass line on some stuff. Let's see. All right, so plus that. Dice pool success. 6 successes on.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Is there a critical in there?
6.
no crits.
You
Just 6 out of 7.
You kill it. You, Connie, and another girl from the karaoke club go back to your apartment. You think she might be a potential addition to the...
Nice. Because Connie, so I went with Connie specifically on this one because she has an event. She's a high level event planner. So gonna see if she's interested in managing the kin.
She laughs at you for bringing up business while you're doing this, and then before she leaves, she says, "I guess I can come in for an interview."
Please do.
She looks over to the other girl who's still sleeping and says, "What was her name again?"
Does she have a purse there?
You check it.
I shrug. Yeah, check it.
John, how's Z doing?
I passed my rouse check, and I only have 1 hunger.
Okay.
So he's not gonna.
All right.
His is tough as well because you'd have to find someone who can send it.
Yeah, I did want to mention to you to keep in mind. I know you don't have to drive to New Hampshire every time because there are blood dolls at Kin that are aware of vampires.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to pay them or do something for them.
Right.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
They are not. That's yeah.
How is Quintus
Build them a
doing?
website.
Spend a lot of money upgrading the place. They're not.
You gotta make their OnlyFans site look really good.
Yeah.
So,
Only fangs.
Yes!
Fucking
Trademark.
slap a fucking pen on that.
Wow.
God damn.
I think we have
Let's
our
get that
sound
website.
clip. How's Quintus's hunger?
He has a 2. And we're going to cut to Quintus
Make a
down
rouse.
in the train station.
Make a rouse check.
I did. And he is now gone through the 3rd bag that he brought back from the blood bank in an attempt to slake his hunger. And in frustration, he kicks over the equipment that was holding the bag, and he sits down and then kind of breathes in and out, looks at the equipment lying on the ground, understanding what fate awaits him if he doesn't find a cure. He picks up the equipment, puts everything away neatly, organized, takes all the shattered glass and puts it in the bin, and throws the rest of the blood into the trash as well, and goes upstairs,
Nice.
hungry.
Dan, recover a willpower point.
Sweet.
You're going to need it.
Larry, how are you doing?
I rolled 2 hunger checks, failed both, so I'm at 3. Or 2 rouse checks, whatever. We're in Jamaica Plain, brick row house. Camera swoops in, comes through the window, see a family apartment. Tidy, but working class at best. Young girl's sitting on a tablet, typing away. She looks a little bleary-eyed. We recognize her as Chelsea Sterling, Paige's sister. She rubs her eyes. We see the Find Paige site below her. She's responding, looking at messages. She closes it, rubs her eyes, looks across the room at the man, maybe in his late 40s, passed out in a recliner, empty booze bottle next to him. And she walks into her room, goes over the bed, kind of collapses with a sigh, turns to her bedside table, picks up a picture. It's her and Paige laughing in a summertime snapshot. She puts the picture down and rolls over, grabs the teddy bear that her sister kept even as she became a young woman, and she curls up next to it. With her exhaustion, she falls asleep quickly. She moves a bit in her sleep, and the teddy bear falls to the ground. And from the darkness, a gnarled hand reaches down, picks up the teddy bear. Larry comes out of the darkness, standing silently over Chelsea, watching her. He leans down and gently tucks the teddy bear into her arms, adjusts the blanket very slightly up on her, watches and turns and silently walks out of the room, moves over to the recliner, bends down and feeds.
Gross.
Why do Larry's feeding scenes creep me out the most?
I actually think of like the black and white horror scenes of like Nosferatu coming out of the shadows.
I think that's what makes it even creepier. Yeah.
I've never been disgusted
and turned on.
and then and then like there's this wholesomeness to what Larry's doing, but it's also deeply disturbing.
That's what makes it more disturbing. Yeah.
I think I like stealth and composure with your obfuscate.
Okay. These 3 are
Hungry hippo. No whammies. No whammies.
No whammies.
Good. We don't want another strong sister.
4 successes.
Well, it's the dad.
And I'm going to take 2 from
Okay.
the stepdad.
All right.
That's one hell of a hangover.
A little while later.
If you protected your daughter better, this wouldn't be happening to you.
You're all in the boardroom at Kin. You can hear the music coming through the walls. People are starting to come in and start to dance and drink. But it's just the 5 of you in this room awaiting Alexander.
When we got a club, I thought it would have been a lot more fun.
Me too. Yeah. Me too. By the way, this is where the boardroom is, everyone. So next time I invite you to a meeting, you know where to come to. All right?
Oh,
You all got the invite.
you were serious?
Yeah. You're on the board here.
I thought you were joking, like the jackets.
Yeah.
Larry flips open his phone and says,
Lo siento, mijo.
It was not. The jackets weren't a joke. They were awesome.
your text just come through as these blocks.
That's my bad because you have a flip phone and you don't get emojis. And
I'll be there for the next meeting. Just
okay,
send me a message.
Yeah, I'll
or
call. Is that a thing? I'll call or something. Yeah. Do you have a Google Calendar?
I have an ASPCA calendar.
Sarah McLaughlin's on the front.
I'm a gold level contributor.
Hey, that's good for you, Larry. How's Johnny doing?
What do you think, Johnny? How you doing? He scurries from under the chair and hops up on his lap.
I'll write the next board meeting on your calendar then.
There's a knock on the door. Dakota lets Alexander in. And then she kind of like looks at all of you and quickly closes the door behind him.
Thanks, Dakota. Oh.
Alexander,
He says, hello.
thanks for coming.
He sits down.
Johnny
Can't be good.
runs over, scurries over, and kind of sits at his side and sniffs a little bit.
He like holds a hand out to like let Johnny like smell him. So what went wrong this time?
We got a lot to lay out to you, Alexander. Maybe Quintus, you...
Oui. Alexander, I'm not sure how familiar you are with what I do and what I research, but it is primarily the blood and trying to understand scientifically how we, the Kindred, operate, how we exist. Unfortunately, my research was stolen and manipulated. Because of this, we are now all in danger. There is a disease that can and will bring vampires to frenzy because it starves them. You are no longer able to sustain yourself on human blood. But this is something I have recently concluded in my research, something I have not shared with all of you yet. You can sustain yourself through vampire blood. You can successfully feed if the circumstances are right. That being said, it only passes when blood is ingested or it is given in some way, not through feeding. So a vampire will not give it to a human.
Well, that's good to know.
It is. But to bring this to the present, Alexander, what happened to Sergei is exactly this. He suffered this fate, and we are worried that others can suffer this fate as well.
That's why he ate everyone at his club.
Yes.
He was trying to feed.
Yes.
And when that failed, he went into torpor.
Oui.
So do we know where it came from?
Through our research and various other players that we have been able to speak to, it is our understanding that First Light were the ones to have stolen it and bent it to their will.
We know that the program that they had was dissolved, but someone got their hands on a batch. Obviously. Kind of looks down at the basement, basically.
Not only that, but they made a test subject.
Look, we brought you here, Alexander, because after what happened at the casino, I think there's a certain amount of trust between us, yeah?
He nods.
That, I look at you, Javi. The test subject? And I kind of tilt my head, like to ask permission to give him the info.
See?
Yeah, we think it's Sidney.
When you say that, he actually looks at you, Larry.
We're not sure, but we think we know how to find out for sure. And to find out who got her out.
Who got her out? You mean who's trying to use her like some sort of weapon?
Yeah.
That is a possibility. We cannot say for sure. We cannot know their intention.
But either way, she's been in the city for 6 months. And, she couldn't have not fed for 6 months and not succumbed to this frenzy. So there's got to be a cure in her, a vaccine or something. Something in her blood.
He looks at Quintus and he says, or she's been drinking vampire blood.
Quintus is nodding his head. That is precisely the case. That is how I arrived at the conclusion.
Oh, shit.
She is young, too. So there are very many options for her.
I know one option. I look at Quintus.
There is more than one. The reason, Alexander, that we bring you here is we are faced with two paths. We have one that will yield more answers. We have a way to take back some of the research that was stolen and understand what it is that they have done themselves. The other is that we must find Sidney. She is somewhere in the city, but no one knows where she has been.
Well, if she can but if she's being fed vampire blood, is it even worth testing her blood? She's just infected at that point. She has no cure. She has no antibodies.
You got to make sure it doesn't spread.
Well, yeah.
It would be learning who is feeding her, because they would know most likely.
There is an important point that you must all consider. If this is the case, that you may only feed off of someone who is more potent than you will eventually become blood bonded to them.
But we're trying to seek Alexander. It's to the north. We think there's footage and more information from the facility that Sidney was taken. It seems from the information, he looks over at Z and Quintus. It seems it was a kindred, a powerful one, that took it, that took her. We are going to go there and get this back from a former member of First Light. We want to know if you would want to come with us, or if you would want to learn more about Sidney. But we wanted to share what we know and show. He looks like approvingly at Z that there is trust here. We have already placed ourselves in some level of danger. We don't all feel the same about our course of action. He looks towards Javi and Ethan, but we have decided to see the course together. We leave tonight.
Where are you going?
Etna.
I think Sidney's a bigger threat. We need to make sure she doesn't spread this. And if you are right, if she's feeding off of another vampire, it means that they control her through the blood.
Quintus nods.
I'll track her down. But if you're going up to Maine, I know someone who can help you. I can have him meet up with you. His name is Justin. I'll contact him, tell him where to meet you.
Great.
Is he of your clan?
He is. But he's not a Camarilla. He's an anarch.
Not many north of the Massachusetts line are.
Most of them are in New Hampshire, Maine.
I would ask, Alexander, that any information that you learn of Sidney, or who she is with or feeding from, if you share it only with us for now, and we will share with you everything we learn.
It's a deal. We got a long drive.
Come on, Johnny. You'll see him again.
Here, I'll walk you out, Alexander.
He nods. See, what do you have
It's a little brief.
Okay. Make your way past the loud music and the crowds and out the back door to that
Yelling
back
at him.
alleyway.
Hey, Alexander. I don't know if you've been contacted by anyone up north. Kind of read as
Contacted.
just a word of warning. Don't trust Jackal.
He gives you a weird look, surprised to hear you say that name. He says, yeah, the nickname's well earned. Never trusted him.
Good. He's
A scavenger.
his heart mostly is in the right place, but he thinks he's gonna lead you by the ears, you know?
You see him kind of take a minute to think that over, and
Triggering.
he looks a little mad. He looks a little angry.
Yeah. Look, I can handle him. I can put him in his place. Already have. But you know,
Thanks. Thanks
And-
for the heads up.
after all this, after what maybe happens with Fiona and you, the casino, we can talk again about what the future holds, huh?
He nods.
I put my hand out, shake his hand.
He shakes your hand.
Good luck. Good hunt.
He says, problem with the Anarchs. Reason I didn't throw my hat in with them. They all want something different. None of them have the same goal. Hell, a lot of them just want to get left alone. Justin's a good kid. He just doesn't want someone up in an ivory tower telling him what to do.
I think sometimes the Camarilla and the Anarchs, they're more alike than they think.
It's just another... they call themselves Anarchs, but in reality, it's just another master. They replace a prince with a baron. What's
Yeah.
the difference? Prince, baron, archbishop. Doesn't matter.
Maybe we can change that.
Maybe, if we can get through this.
We'll talk.
All right.
I go back in.
Okay. Let's jump ahead. We taking the Hummer?
Yeah.
We're going to jump ahead to Etna, Maine. A small motel right off the side of the highway. Mountains in the distance. Tall pines kind of flanking the road. Tall, high above the hotel. And parked outside the hotel, you see a motorcycle. You were told to meet Justin here. You pull in, all the lights are off the hotel. It's late at night. Not the kind of place that keeps someone at the front desk all night long.
This is the place, right?
That's where the NAFSAT brought us.
Well, did you say what room he's in?
As
Which one's in front of the motorcycle?
you pull in, you see a man come from behind the building, around the side, like he was waiting for someone to arrive.
I don't think he is in a room. Check it out.
Big guy. Hard to make out any details as he's in the kind of standing in the dark. But you pull up and you see him standing there in his jeans and motorcycle jacket. And he is a young man. He would be played by an actor I'm sure none of you know, by the name of Jordan Calloway. Early 20s, black man, super well built, short kind of fade haircut, chiseled jawline, very good looking guy. He's in Drumline.
Oh, my favorite movie.
Just the first
Oh,
one?
you do
or-
like that movie,
I
don't
do
you?
weirdly like that movie.
You weird band geek. Looks like just the first Drumline.
Cut to John's house.
Oh, wait, no,
and a
I'm sorry.
giant poster of
Not-
Gordon Calloway on the wall
Not
from
just the
Drumline.
first.
Oh, dang.
No, it's all about Nick Cannon.
Oh, right. That's right.
No, he's not. Not at all.
He's standing there kind of in the dark. He actually moves away from the headlights.
Z steps out of the passenger seat. Justin?
Alexander sent you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Z.
Oh. He comes over and shakes your hand.
Larry steps out too, walks over and introduces himself. Hi, I'm Larry. I'm friends with Alexander.
You see him immediately looking around looking for the possum.
Come here, Johnny. I want you to meet somebody.
He kneels down and puts his hand out just like Alexander did to let it smell him.
Johnny runs over and
Quintus gets out of the car, kind of stretches, and puts his hand up, kind of waving.
Alexander didn't give a lot of info. He just said that you had some place to go up here.
Yeah. We're looking for a person. Kenneth Masters. Does that name ring a bell?
Yeah, he told me.
Oh, good.
It took you guys like 4 hours to get here.
Yeah.
So he says, I asked around. Pretty easy to find him. He's got quite a bit of land. Looks like maybe 2 or 3 buildings on that property. Very remote. Dirt road access. About 10 miles off the main road. Didn't go all the way down, but I can bring you to his driveway.
Quintus is kind of leaning on the hood of the Hummer, and he says, "It sounds like quite an undertaking. Is this something we want to do tonight, or wait another night?"
I'll tell you this, too. He is right on the border.
The border of what?
Lupine territory.
Lupine, as in the werewolf.
He nods.
Shit, I didn't think we were that far west.
I mean, right on the border. If I didn't know better, I'd say he picked the place on purpose.
Well, at least First Light, so I'm sure he has some inkling.
Just fuck.
Or was First Light. He's too hardcore for them. Too much of a true believer.
Have any of you seen a werewolf?
No. Thankfully.
Larry shakes his head no. I think we need to act soon.
Especially if the Lupine get wind that they have a couple of Kindred on their borders.
Before our presence is noted
Yeah.
That's probably wise, Larry.
and our absence.
The longer you wait, the more likely they are to sniff you out. When you get there, I wouldn't waste any time. They'll smell you from miles away. Get in, get out as fast as you can. Don't meander.
Do you have a place that we can come back to?
Yeah, safe house for the day?
Yes.
Do we think there's not enough time to get back to Boston tonight?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Are you bringing this guy with you?
That is not our intention.
I don't know.
Guys, first light?
Yeah.
All right. Here's the deal. I can make sure you have a safe house. I can show you how to get to the house. In exchange, I'm sure he's got some neat weapons, some fun toys in there.
It is likely he knows our weakness, no?
Yeah. We'll find the funnest looking toy and give it to you. Ethan, he's a professional toy collector. Aren't you, Ethan?
He looks at the truck and says, I see that.
Thank you for your help, Justin. We don't want to put you into danger. Showing us what you can will be more than enough. None of us have ever seen a lupine.
You don't want to. That's why I'm saying once Once we head out there, don't waste any time.
But we're an Instagram. We
Get in, get out.
That's how we do
It's almost like the game master tried to design a scenario where you couldn't fuck around trying to open every window for 3 hours.
Impossible!
All right, Johnny, mission 4. You're gonna go.
All right, let's talk about this for 2 hours.
Yeah, follow the gutter line. Talk to me about dormers. Which cardinal directions are they facing?
And trash cans. How many trash cans does he have?
all the
Because
trash
Johnny
cans.
is doing a deep dive.
What are we talking about? Pine needles in the gutters too. Like, is it how deep can Johnny get?
Says, follow me in that thing. I'll bring you to his driveway. I'll wait at the top of the driveway. As soon as you get back, follow me to the safe house.
Did you see any cameras at the road?
I saw something. I don't know if it was a camera. These little boxes. Look in the trees. Look up about 16 feet.
Trail cameras. They use them in the park on Deer Island.
Oh, I've seen plenty of trail cameras. This is something different. But it's a little black plastic box nailed to the tree with a little solar panel on top of it.
Okay, does one side says face towards enemy? That's a fucking claymore. They really do say that.
I know. I've seen them.
Don't fuck that up.
Face towards vampire.
Yeah, it's a claymore full of wood.
All right, we'll keep an eye out. Hopefully we can get in without whatever those are going off.
I think we're ready.
All right. If I hear howling, I'm out. You're on your own.
Do you have at least an address?
Sure. He writes it down for you.
Mercy.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We jump in the
All
Hummer.
right. He jumps on his bike. You guys follow him down many winding roads through the pine forests of northern Maine. And he stops at a driveway. No mailbox at the top of it. But there is a gate with a lock on it. Several signs expressing how trespassers are not welcomed. As well as a few signs expressing certain amendments that the owner of the property has. Oh, my Lord.
Big Save America flag.
Nope, just,
Yeah.
here are my legal rights if you enter my property.
Did we bring our bag of machine guns?
I would imagine.
Big First Amendment guy.
First Amendment. Loves this.
Wait, you have a bag of machine guns too?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, we
Who has a bag of
collectively,
one of
we
you
have
has a bag of machine guns?
Yeah. My golf bag's in the back.
You have the golf bag
Yeah.
and the bag of machine guns?
Do we take the bag of machine guns out of the casino?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah,
you
Larry,
have to.
Larry
Yeah.
shelved it out of
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone has a bag of machine guns. I don't know if they're with
Larry
you or
didn't
not.
keep
I
them, so
remember
he gave
Jake
them.
saying specifically, you now have a bag of
All right.
machine guns.
So
that's
Ethan
something you
now
put
has
on your
2 golf
character.
bags, is what I'm hearing?
100%.
Yeah. So
All
there's a
right.
second golf bag. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This one's all drivers for some reason now.
What are you guys gearing up with? I'm curious as you get out of the
I
Humvee.
100% don't have a machine gun. I would kill every one of you with a machine gun.
Larry gets out and he just adjusts his belt where his big skinning blade hangs.
All right.
And he's going to walk a little bit down the road towards the tree line as everybody else is having their classic gear up
right, yeah.
montage.
Yeah.
And he's going to call out to the critters, Jake.
Okay.
So I'm going to use animalism. And I'm going to try to call out some critters and communicate with them.
I love it. What is the role?
Manipulation plus animalism.
This would be a really great time for a critical anything. I'd be really happy about it.
No critical, 1 hunger die, 2 successes, 1 rouse check passed. So I'm calling out flying creatures, birds and bats, night
Okay.
flyers,
All right.
and I'm just trying to ask them, learn from them what kind of activity happens on this property.
Okay. 2 successes.
Yes. Basically, the difficulty depends on the scarcity of the animal summoned and what you're asking them to do. So
You learn from them that. So you actually have a lot of trouble getting an animal, but you finally do, and you learn from them that these boxes, and you see one of them in the trees, emit a sound. They are emitting a sound that you can't hear. You confirm this with Johnny.
okay. He hates it.
There's some sort of like low frequency sound that you can't pick up, but they're kind of emitting it in like sporadically.
Is it like painful to him or just repellent?
Just kind of annoying.
Okay.
Not repellent or anything, just there.
Okay. Does it seem like so that's why there's not a lot of activity animal wise?
You think that you don't think this is the purpose of it, but you think as a result of it, there's less things around.
Okay.
Yeah.
He comes back to the truck as you guys gear up and says, "There's those things in the trees. They let out a sound. It's lower than we can hear. Johnny can hear it. He doesn't like it, but it's not. I don't think it's meant to drive them away. It must have another purpose. I don't know what they're doing."
Maybe a detector, motion, some kind of.
John, why don't you roll technology and intelligence for me?
Yep.
Great.
3.
3. Yeah, you do think you think it might be some sort of detection system.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, low frequency, probably a motion sensor, but like amplified. You know, you think of those, motion sensors you get in like a room where you walk in, a light comes on. It's like that times 100. So it has a wider range. Yeah. So if we get close to any of them, he's probably gonna know we're here.
Yeah, I don't like the looks of that. Would it have been possible to get silver bullets before we left Boston?
Do you have any streetwise?
Did we know that this was Lupine territory?
I don't. So,
No.
Yeah.
I have 2.
I do.
You think if with Javi's help, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know if you had asked him.
Yeah, I think we actually had
Roll,
mentioned it.
Roll streetwise and manipulation for me.
Neon green is hunger. Nope. Did you see what God just did? Underfoot? Yeah. Well, survive the hunger. That's 1, 2 successes.
2 successes. You weren't able to get any before you left.
You were able to get silver dinnerware. So you get a well-plated
it, yeah.
silver butter knife.
A fork. Can I have a fork? Yeah.
I'll give you a silver blade.
All right.
Yeah, you were able to get a silver, like a short blade coated in silver.
Z swings an M4 around his back
All right.
and says, "They might be network connected, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get close enough to figure that out. More likely that everything's contained in the box and it just sends a wire signal to the house."
We will do our best to avoid them, no?
Yeah, I mean, we can try that, but we don't know if there's even any dead spots.
We don't have much time.
Yeah.
How high up are they?
16 feet.
Can't really jump tree to tree over them then. I mean, I can. I don't know.
Maybe don't sneak in.
If you are right, Z, I think they might not work as well on me. I'll go ahead and move right behind me. At least I'll be closer. If something starts, I don't know what else we can do.
I mean, if you can find a wire that comes off them and cut it, then we might be golden.
I'll try.
That will be the same as knowing the path we take. If one box goes out and then another and another.
Maybe, but that's what we have to try.
Very well.
I mean, electronics fail, you know?
We must press.
Javi, you came with us even though this isn't your wish. I want you to help decide. We are coming to a point of action with great risk.
Are you guys still like kind of at the cars?
Yeah.
Jake, when we were at the rest stop, or where were we? We were at a hotel.
Yeah.
This sounds ridiculous, but could Quintus have grabbed a fire extinguisher?
Sure.
All right. That is what Quintus is
That's his
armed
weapon.
with.
All right.
Interesting.
Javi?
See, this would not be my course of action, but it is where we are. How we approach is not my skill. That is what you are here for, no?
Speed or care?
Either we drive the Hummer down the road through that gate or what?
Sneak through the woods and hope he doesn't see.
Yeah.
It's his first light, no?
He is.
One gives us a chance for surprise, the other not. So,
I mean, you really haven't seen how fast this can go, so he'd be pretty surprised.
very well.
Violence of action.
You drive it right through front door then, yes?
I think the fans really need some high speed,
I don't want to belabor the point, but
I know, yeah.
it seems like
Yeah.
it's unlikely we're going to get undetected. And the longer we fuck around, the more likely the lupines are. And driving an electric Hummer in an assault maneuver seems badass.
badass. Hey, how big does... Yeah, I'm going to stand at the sunroof with the M4. You just gun it through the gates as fast as you can go.
Hold on tight.
All right.
This is the plan?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Larry's going to nod to the plan and run off.
And run off.
Who's riding shotgun?
Do we know how far you say how far
He
the
said it
driveway
was
is?
like 10 miles.
10 miles?
10 miles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Off the main road.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that no matter how fast Hummer's going, unless you're going like a 120 on dirt roads.
Yeah, or you wait 2 hours.
All right.
Fuck it.
You drive through this.
Okay. Now it sounds
All right.
crazy.
Correct.
So who's in the front seat of the Hummer?
Not it.
And are you actually in the sun?
Yeah, I'm
all
standing
right.
outside. I'm standing up through the sunroof with
Okay.
the M4.
Larry is hanging onto the back on the rear bumper.
On the rear bumper. Okay. All
Do we
right.
have a giant American flag flying off the back of
So
it?
Quintus or Javi, who's in the front seat?
Quintus is.
Okay.
I hand you a shotgun because you were riding shotgun.
I have a fire extinguisher.
Quintus.
Before we do this, what the fuck are you going to do with the fire extinguisher?
I am going to put us out.
Oof. It's like rolling in and seeing a dude just holding a tourniquet, being like,
Quintus, Z, and Ethan, give me rolls of awareness and wits.
Can I add my heightened?
You may add your
What does that do?
auspex.
Just add your auspex
Add
score?
whatever your auspex is.
rounds in
So-
the blood to activate obfuscate.
Okay.
What was the roll, Jake? Sorry.
Wits and awareness. plus Auspex.
I'm not going to use my aspects because
Okay.
I'm worried that he's going to flashbang us.
Okay.
I'm not that well versed
Yeah,
in
yeah.
heightened senses yet.
I got a success.
Okay.
That's I got a 1 on one of the hunger die, and I got 3. It's 6 or better.
Yeah.
4 successes
How hard is that to
with a
remember?
1 on a hunger die.
5
The
success.
one on the hunger die doesn't.
It doesn't matter if you. Well,
only
it
if
matters
you
if you
fail.
fail.
Only
Yeah.
if you fail. Okay,
You got 4?
4 successes.
4 successes.
I got 5.
You got 5?
Yep.
Shit. Okay.
Kind of like your old laptop. I've reached maximum capacity.
All right. Ryan, I need you to make a roll of wits and drive.
Yeah, use those skills, baby.
What's E Crane's drive?
It is 2, but
Okay.
he has a specialty for electric vehicles, so it's good.
Ryan, here's the difficulty. You need 8 successes minus
My God.
5 because that's what John got on his roll, and then I'll tell you what happens.
All right.
Which means 3 successes. You need
3 successes.
I want to spend a will on that,
Yeah.
buddy.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, I have 1. I have 3.
3.
Yep.
You're driving down the road, and all of a sudden, Z yells, "Swerve! Swerve!" And you cut the wheel just in time to avoid something in the road.
Fucking telemark anti-tank
As you,
fire.
as you drive by, Larry on the back bumper, you look back and you see a landmine in the road.
Dear Lord.
Christmas.
He just killed a pedestrian.
You keep up that speed?
I'm going to slow down. Z, could you call those out if you see any more of them?
Yeah, just keep going. Keep going. I'll let you know.
Thanks, buddy.
So how much do you want to slow down? Slowing down will drastically decrease the difficulty, but you're going slower.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many miles in are we doing?
Let me ask you this. How much do you want to decrease the difficulty?
On the drive roll,
It's 8.
it's
8
8
minus
whatever
At
my
your
awareness.
fucking top
minus your
speed.
spot.
At top speed. Can we, like, what?
I rolled
2?
amazing, and I got 4 successes.
Yeah.
John did too.
Yeah. But I need my heightened senses, so I can technically roll better than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd bring it down 2 and I'll
Yeah. We'll say 2.
Okay.
I don't
So
know
you're going
what
to
that
bring it
does.
down to a 6.
6.
Because
All
I
right.
can't spend that much willpower on these. So
Give me awareness and wits rolls again.
I will turn on my heightened senses.
After that,
Yeah.
I got 1 success again. So should I even roll? Like, how many do I need?
Ooh, I got a lot.
you
Two
get
tens
6?
is
4.
4.
5
Jesus Christ, defrag your hard drive.
Yeah.
4 for me.
All right. So drive and wits, you need 1 success.
I got 2. So good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You slow down a little bit, and Quintus calls out the next one pretty damn far away. Pretty easy for you to just avoid it. And you guys keep going, keeping vigilant for anything that might be in the road. And eventually you pull up to this house. There's a small 1-story house. Looks like it was probably a trailer that was kind of converted into a small house, and a barn next to it. Barn looks considerably bigger than the house. You see a pickup truck parked outside the barn. No lights on.
As soon as we get close and slow a little bit, Larry kind of running start jumps off the back.
Okay. There's a bit of a opening in the trees around the house, so there's a bit of moonlight coming in. The moon is almost full.
Oh,
But
great.
you don't see it's just illuminated by your headlights and the moon. So you can't make out much. What are you guys doing?
Quintus opens the passenger door and gets out.
All right.
Z is just going to provide Overwatch for now, in case anyone comes out. All right, we got to clear one house at a time, one building. I'll cover you. Get to the nearest one.
Where's Larry running to?
Larry's
kinda
running
off to
to the house.
the house.
House first.
Okay.
All right.
You get to the front door of the house.
Larry's running around to the back of the house.
You run around to the back.
Is anyone with me at the
I am.
house? Okay. With
fire
the fire
extinguisher.
extinguisher.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, okay. I kick open the front door of the house and kind of.
Okay.
Javi's still in the back seat.
Oh yeah,
Reading
You
a
kick over the
newspaper.
front door.
watching.
Comes into a small sort of kitchenette. You turn the light on.
Is there a like? I kick open the door and then step back, expecting.
Nothing.
Okay.
Jake,
I reach in for like a light switch.
Dan.
with my heightened senses, I'm going to try to see if I can hear this guy's heartbeat. Is that possible?
It is possible. You can't.
Okay. Shielded heart.
You throw the lights on in this little kind of kitchenette, and you look around real quickly. There's a door to a back bedroom, and then there's like a little sort of eating living room area that you can look into, and you don't see anything.
Ethan?
Javier, what are you doing?
Me. Sorry.
Javier,
Javier's sitting in the back of the car.
still in the car?
Yeah, he's
All
not
right.
getting out of the Hummer.
You hear Quintus behind you, and he says, Ethan, I cannot hear his heartbeat.
Z, you're still up in the. You're in the Hummer as well, but
Yep.
covering them.
Yeah.
All right.
Noted.
And
We'll go to the house first. Then we'll
Larry,
move on.
Larry is by. Is there a back door?
there is. Yep.
Larry drops down and opens his little satchel, lets Johnny out, and says to him, "Sniff around. There's one man here. Find what building he's in."
Okay. Dan and Ryan, give me investigate and wits rolls. You can add your animalism. You can add your aspects.
Three successes.
Okay.
One.
All right. What are you guys doing in the house?
I'm going as Ethan's best impression of a SWAT team. I'm going without back. I'm going room by room. Yeah.
Kicking the only other room.
I
There's
see
a
another
small
door.
bathroom.
Yeah.
There's a back door, and then there's a bedroom door.
So he's going room by room,
Okay.
calling out clear, and
Okay.
there's one more door.
Yep.
So once we've cleared the open area, we'll go to the door and
You kick the door to the bedroom open, and inside there's no one there, but there are several barrels. Larry, Johnny says no one lives in the house, and
Good old fashioned decoy.
and then I need Ethan and Quintus to give me rolls. Actually, Larry, I'm going to need you to give me a roll as well.
All right.
This is going to be probably athletics, I think. Athletics and
It's my strong-
athletics and
it's my strong
dexterity.
point.
Yikes! I almost put a point into that.
Either any of you have celerity.
yes,
Nope.
Larry starts to yell.
If you want to arouse the blood for this, you can.
I passed a rouse check for once. Yeah.
Yay!
How does rousing the blood work?
You roll a die.
Oh, you can also, you guys know we've never done this, but you can also
Blood potency.
rouse the blood to add extra dice to any like physical roll.
Yeah.
So you can add
Do you
two
have to
dice.
know something is coming?
It's called blood surge. Yeah, well, I would say it's kind of a reactive thing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Larry starts to yell
And Ryan, you can add
into the
your
house.
celerity.
He's not
Yeah, you
in
just add your
here.
celerity.
Right when whatever happens.
Yeah. How much does it give you when
It gives you two.
blood surge?
If you have blood potency of 1, it'll give you 2 extra dice.
Okay.
And
I
you got to make a hunger.
made
Made it.
made my hunger check.
Nice. All right.
You don't have to roll, John.
I have heightened senses, and there's an explosion going off.
You think there's an explosion going off?
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I'll
you're
wait.
right. Go ahead.
4 successes for Larry.
I made 3 successes.
With his senses,
How long
he
does-
hears Ethan say, "There's barrels in here," and he immediately turns his senses off.
Nice.
I rolled 6.
5 successes.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake, how long does the blood surge last?
Just for the round.
Okay.
So you kick that door open and you see these barrels, and then you hear that sound like a furnace firing on, and you smell gasoline, and you immediately, with vampiric speed, go through the window to get the fuck out of this place. Quintus, it takes you just a second longer. You're behind him, so you make for the door. Larry, you're outside, but you hear this exchange as well, and you dive away from the house as it explodes.
I curl my body
you
around.
take 2 levels of aggravated damage.
Larry curls his body around Johnny.
The the entire little mobile home goes up in flame as the back end of it just explodes. The metal roof gets just torn back, and a piece of it lands on Quintus.
Gruesome. Is Rostrek still a thing?
Yeah, actually.
Perfect.
You got that fire extinguisher, buddy.
You're not on fire, though. Yeah, if you're, that'd be a terror frenzy. Yeah, but you're
Okay.
good.
Remember, self-aid first. Self-aid
If you
buddy
try to go
Aquaman.
back, if you try to go in there,
Yeah.
or go anywhere near it, yeah.
Z
Still in the car?
Quintus.
Just along for the ride.
Yeah. The flames just kind of rolls up into the sky, like around the pine trees, like kind of illuminates the whole area. Lights up the
Well,
barn.
they know we're here now.
What other buildings are there? There's
a
barn.
barn.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all you see. Yeah.
Okay. Larry starts running for the barn.
All right.
Quintus removes like this large, like 2-foot wooden splinter from like his side.
Yep.
Pulls it out and lets it drop on the ground.
Yep. The wound from the splinter kind of starts to heal, but there's like just burn marks across the side of your body from the explosion. The heat of that piece of metal hitting your back, like you can feel it like on your back. Your shirt is all burnt up. Ethan, how you doing?
I succeeded. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Little singe in the hair, maybe.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need
Otherwise,
5 successes to take no damage.
Yeah.
Did I take one or not? Because I was outside the
You're
house.
outside, so it was less for you.
sorry, man. I guess I should have had the fire extinguisher.
It does not seem so unwise now, does it?
I mean,
Meanwhile, Larry makes
Find
for
him.
the barn.
Yep.
Quintus
There's a
kind of
side
grimaces
door.
and like he kind of hobbles after you towards the barn.
Are there more than one door?
You see like 2 big doors in the front that are closed and a side door.
Okay. Larry runs to the front door and kicks it twice, and then runs to the side door
Okay.
and opens it.
All right.
before I follow Larry, sorry. Is there? I'm gonna look for a way to climb. Is there a way to get to the hayloft from the outside?
No.
Okay.
Do any of us have
Larry
totems?
is unseen.
No,
But you hear the
I
2
hear the door.
kicks on the
Yeah.
I
door.
don't think so. Z like climbs up out through the sunroof and slides down the windshield and the hood and starts running over to the barn with his weapon.
Where is Johnny?
I motion to him to stay
Okay.
back.
All right. All right.
I say, Johnny, sniff around the building.
He
Come
says-
find me if he leaves.
He says the noise is louder.
Okay.
Sorry, John. What did you say? Z did.
He jumped up through the sunroof and slid down the hood. And
Okay.
started running towards the barn with his
All right.
weapon.
All right.
So we can't see Larry, but one of the doors that was closed is now open.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go to another door.
There's
then.
only the front door and the side door.
You,
That's it.
you hear Larry's voice call out, the noise, it's louder here.
All right. Did you go? You went to the front?
You heard 2 kicks on the front door,
Okay.
and then you saw the side door just fly open.
Okay.
And Larry's unseen, but he's standing right beside it. And he turns and yells that back to you after getting the Johnny report.
All right.
Johnny report.
Trying to report.
Inside the barn, you see a half sort of second floor hayloft area. A lot of stuff up there, a lot of crates, boxes, stuff like that. like a storage area. And then on the ground floor, you see a few animal stalls that you can't see into. And you see a tractor in the middle of the barn.
Find him, Johnny. And if you smell wolves, cry out.
Johnny runs into the barn and kind of out of sight.
Oh, no, I meant...
right.
Sorry, like circle the building if he tries to leave.
Oh, okay.
Assuming he's in there.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to communicate to him.
What are you guys doing?
Or simpatico.
He must have something underneath, no?
Yeah, he's a prepper, all right.
Up or down?
Down if we can, I think.
All right.
Larry runs in.
You guys run in. Everyone give me... we're searching. We're investigating. Or is there something better?
I'd say
or
awareness if it's
awareness.
like quick.
Awareness and wits. Javi, give me awareness and wits as well.
Oh.
1 success for Quintus.
2 for Z.
2 success for Javi.
2 for Larry.
Okay.
I got 1.
Not great.
You guys start searching the barn, and you quickly find that he's not in here. Someone climbs up to the top, start looking around. You check those stalls. You don't find anything. You all went in the side door, or you kicked that front door open?
Me and Ethan probably went through the front door.
Okay. All right. All of a sudden, you hear the thrum of automatic weapon fire come through the walls of the barn. Javi, it's fucking loud. As you look over, and you don't know where he came from, but using your Humvee as cover, not realizing you're inside, is a man in like full tactical gear with fucking night vision goggles, probably up now because everything's on fire. Fire, like shooting, bracing an automatic weapon against the Hummer and shooting it into the garage.
Dope.
Can everyone give me athletics and dexterity rolls?
Yeah.
I know where some future points are going.
I'm going to make a blood surge. I'm going to try to...
Okay.
Oh, I might do that too.
Athletics and what? Sorry? Dexterity?
Dex.
Can you declare after you roll?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but sure.
Only 2 successes.
3 for Larry.
Forgot what fleetness does. Hold on.
I thought that was fallen for some reason.
Yes.
3 for Ethan.
Okay.
Hold on, sorry.
Ken Masters.
Basically, as this automatic fire starts ripping through the building, you all kind of dive for cover, try to get out of the way. Everyone's going to take 5 levels of damage minus however many successes you've got.
Yikes!
Ryan, you can also soak that, I believe, with fortitude, right?
Yes. Up to 1, so I can...
So you take 1
take
then,
1,
because yeah. So 5 minus however many successes you got.
I'm going to spend a will.
Oh, and keep in mind that is halved because you're vampires.
Halved again?
Yes.
So what if it's odd?
Always round up.
Okay.
This is all super fish.
Correct. That's why it's halved. Yep.
Well, I took aggravated damage.
That was aggravated.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good because I'm kind of a powerhouse. So
Javi, he unloads this weapon into the barn, and then he lets it fall by his side and starts reaching for something else. We're now in real combat.
he's probably got some white phosphorus grenades.
Let's start with Javi.
So Javi seeing him next to the Hummer is...
Lets that
Part of
weapon-
my master plan.
He lets that weapon fall, and then he reaches for new weapons.
So as soon as Javi sees that weapon drop from his hands, he's going to open up the door of the Hummer and catch this guy's gaze, as I'm sure he's probably going to look to see who the fuck just stepped out of his piece of cover. And I'm going to use Mesmerize. So that's manipulation plus domination versus his intelligence and resolve.
Probably got a high resolve, this guy.
He's a true believer.
Pretty resolute.
That's a dominate power, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So do I have to make a rouse check?
I'm not sure. It depends on the power.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Which one is it?
I got
Mesmerize.
Is that level?
2.
Okay.
Dominate.
mesmerize.
One rouse check.
That's a leaner. Pass. Neon is hunger. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay.
No roll is required against an unprepared mortal victim.
I
Do you have
think he's
fortitude?
I think he's
Yes.
pretty prepared.
Pretty locked and loaded.
this guy. I think preparation is his middle name.
What does your fortitude allow you to do? What ability do you have?
It's resilience. So I just add fortitude to my health.
To your health. Okay. All right. He looks over at you, kind of shocked, didn't realize someone was in the car. As the door opens, you stare at him. He looks right back at you, and then he says, "Burn, fucking blank body." And he pulls out a flare gun and shoots you in the face with it.
Wow.
You take 3 levels of aggravated damage
Oh my lord.
Okay.
as a flare hits you in the face. And then he drops it because it's a one-shot weapon.
Yeah.
Ryan, what are you doing inside? Or anyone, really.
Z, he used some of his celerity, his fleetness, to avoid some of the bullet fire, and runs out the front doors with his M4 leveled at where it was coming from.
Okay.
Probably sees him over the hood of the Hummer, and starts taking shots while walking towards him.
Okay.
This plus farm, so that.
All of a sudden, you see this flare erupt bright in the area.
Yeah. 3 successes.
3 successes. So he is. All right, I got to remember how vampire works here. So he's not. He can't contest it because he's a human. But
I'm reading
Where's
it.
the cover?
I'm right at damage right now, too.
I'm looking
Jake.
for.
Got questions?
I'm just looking for the cover. How much the car should give him? Plus 1, basically. So you hit. So,
What's
but you only hit by 1. Because
I did 3.
He's got body armor, probably.
Oh, okay, yeah.
no, you did 3 damage.
I rolled.
Wait, you rolled 3.
successes.
Okay, yep. No, because you hit by 2 then.
Yep.
Because of
The cover.
the cover. Yep.
Well,
but what is the damage?
Isn't
of
there
the
like a
weapon?
baseline difficulty, like range, or it's not like one
Yeah,
success
that's
is
what
always
I'm,
a hit.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on range and other, like lighting and whatnot. But so I'd say it's a 2 difficulty to hit. So
Okay.
the difference is 1 plus the weapon damage.
Yeah, for a rifle, I don't have that.
Okay.
It's like 2 or something. Wherever that weird weapon damage.
Yeah, it's not where you want it to be.
It's not as high as you want it. Oh.
Just
Wait, I've got
finding
it.
it.
I've got it on my sheet here. So you're using a rifle.
Yeah, the M4 automatic rifle.
Damage value is probably a 3 then.
Okay.
So that means you do 4 damage.
Yep.
Blank spot. Okay. Yeah, you hit him. He doesn't go down though.
Yeah.
You do think he's probably wearing body armor.
Yeah.
And who's next?
Larry is sprinting directly towards the fire.
Okay.
He's still relying on his obfuscate. He knows he's unseen. He just has to get close to be able to help. He sees maybe Javi silhouetted by flames as he runs out of the building, so he's just beelining.
Okay. Josh, can you roll I gotta look it up. Resolve plus obfuscate.
2 successes.
Oh, that's enough. Wow.
Nice.
I rolled bad. You don't know what's going on, but for a moment, you almost hear this high-pitched noise. It's like disrupting you. It's disturbing you, but you kind of fight through it and remain focused.
Okay. If it's a sensing thing, I get bonus against surveillance.
It's not. You're not sensing it. You're fighting the effects of it.
Okay. Okay.
This is called a screamer, and the what are they called here?
First light?
First Light uses it to offset Vampire's Obfuscate,
Wow.
but you resist it.
All right. Oh no. Gains 3 additional dice pools they use trying to circumvent automatic electronic surveillance and countermeasures.
That would apply then.
Okay. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's countermeasures.
That was from the Ghost of the Machine that
Yeah.
you just took.
Okay, you remain obfuscated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. This guy's not fucking around.
Who's up?
I'm gonna. So I when I run out of the barn, I have a shotgun, but I'm gonna when how close is he to Javi?
Right. Next
Okay.
to him.
So I'm gonna kind of let that hang. I'm gonna take my rapier out.
How about ye?
And I'm gonna charge at him.
You've been waiting for this
R
so
is
long.
for Ryan, and Ryan is for Rapier.
Ryan,
We
for the
do
record,
have a character
plays a
count,
lot of characters with rapiers.
swords.
Well-
Many swords.
I mean, his he's a fencing club, so it's
Dexterity and melee.
Parry,
melee.
thrust.
Yep.
Good.
It's a-
Proposed.
3 successes.
Wait, how come he got up to him? I want to get to him and stab stuff.
I thought you were trying to get.
No, I'm running at him.
Okay, all right, you can get to him as well.
He's also got celerity,
So
right?
you do.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that you need to rouse the celerity blood in order to get to him this turn, in order to get into melee. But you do manage to stab him. You do the celerity dash right behind him, and you cut him. It hits something hard on his back, and he kind of twists and turns towards you. You're not sure how much damage it did because he's definitely wearing some sort of armor. But you see him actually, as he twists and turns towards you, he pulls out a long knife. Dan.
Is Javi on fire?
Yeah, his face is burning.
There's a flare
There's a flare
lodged
in his
in my
face.
Lodged in your
face.
face.
Yeah.
I
Burning.
run towards him,
Okay.
and as I run, I'm going to try to rouse the blood
Okay.
and try to heal one of the non-aggravated.
Okay.
wounds.
All right. And are you going to spray him with a fire extinguisher?
Yes,
Okay. Did you fail that rouse check?
I did.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Go feed, right?
Yep, no problem. Motherfucker.
Just wait till you go to bed and try to heal that aggravated.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you get there.
I am
you
dousing-
spray him. Oh, the whole encounter. You spray
Yep.
everyone
Yep.
with foam.
If anything, it'll blind him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Javi, what are you doing? What's everyone doing? Let's do this the proper way now.
Stop,
Everyone
drop, and
declare
roll.
your action because everything happens simultaneously.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Z's gonna try to continue to lay rounds into him.
Okay.
A lot of people.
In the mix.
Vampires.
Actually, tell you what. Everyone, give me a roll of wits and composure.
Four successes.
1 success.
2 for Z.
1 for Javi.
Wowza. 4 successes.
Okay.
3 of which are hunger die.
Quintus and Larry. Wow. Oh, boy. Quintus and Larry, you both notice what he's doing. He's reaching for some sort of grenade on his belt. And he looks like he's going to try to pull the pin on it. So that's what he's doing. You guys are aware of it.
Okay.
So what Z is shooting. Ethan is stabbing.
Javi is
Flailing.
yes.
Fires out. The fire extinguisher puts the flare out.
Javi's backing away.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I see him reaching for something
You
else
don't.
on his belt, okay, I
Yeah.
don't see him at all.
No.
Okay, gun behind him. Just gonna stab him in the back of the neck again.
Okay. Quintus and Larry.
Quintus yells, "Grenade!" and like starts like reeling backwards, trying to get behind the Hummer.
Okay.
Larry is trying to sprint past with his blade out. He's going for, I don't know if you can do a called shot. He's going for his hand. Slash at his hand, going for the grenade as he runs
Blows
up.
by.
Yeah. Runs past.
I'll let you do an oppose roll, and if you beat him, you'll stop him.
Okay.
You're gonna use melee and dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah. John, you can go ahead and shoot.
Yep.
Ryan, you can go ahead and stab. Dan, I'll let you get out of the blast range if it happens automatically.
Love it.
5 successes with a messy crit.
I love that.
Bet you do with a grenade involved.
It's gonna be so messy.
2 successes for Z.
2 for me too.
2.
Cuts the pin out of the grenade.
It wouldn't be a success.
Yep,
No.
okay.
Any suggestions? What do you think?
I think with the ferocity, maybe he was really just trying to deflect him from doing it. Maybe he tears into him, but maybe pushes past and either like jams it into the car and gets stuck and doesn't run past, or swipes through and hits an ally.
I think.
I don't know.
What kind of weapon do you use? What is this?
Skinning blade.
Skinning blade. You
It's like a 10-inch.
you go for that hand and you hit it and you cut it clean off.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna suggest.
And as you do that,
Anakin.
you bend that skinning blade like to the point where it is unusable.
No.
Like that blade just it hits the
Bone.
metal the bone and it just bends.
Hits his armor thigh
probably
plate.
hits the Kevlar or something.
Okay.
You could I don't know if it's sentimental. You could probably repair it, but it's useless.
I know a guy in Wormhole.
How did the shooting and stabbing go?
2 successes for
2
Z.
successes.
2 successes for Ethan as well.
I'm gonna say 2 successes to shoot him with everyone in melee is not enough.
Yep.
So you actually don't shoot.
Yeah, someone gets in the way.
Yep. And Ethan, what's the weapon damage of a rapier? Oh, hold on.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Ethan, he manages to just kind of move out of the way of that blade. Top of the round because he tried to pull a grenade. What's everyone doing?
Looking up sword damage.
Sword damage. Okay, you missed. Yeah.
Z is going to run and jump up top on the Hummer
Okay.
and aim down at him and point blank
Okay.
blow him away.
All right.
Larry's dropping his obfuscation, rousing the blood, and trying to tackle him.
Okay. John, I'll let you move and shoot if you use celerity.
I will. Rouse blood. I failed that. but
Okay. And tackling Dan.
Quintus is in the process of like getting out of the way of the grenade that he thinks is going off, and he'll probably grab Javi if he's nearby to like drag him back in because I'm sure he's covered in foam and
What is
all the rest
Javi?
of-
CO2
And
powder.
what is Javi doing?
And you want to use dry chem on that.
yeah.
Probably moving back to take cover around the Hummer.
Okay.
It's class A fire, Dan. You don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to use water.
Z got 1 success for the shot.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep stabbing. 3 this time.
3. Okay. And Josh, you want to give me What are you-
Rouse successfully, I
Are you doing
guess.
brawl and strength?
Yeah, which I don't have any of, but I roused, or whatever you call it when you do stuff with blood.
That's right.
One success.
One success.
Yeah.
You try to grab him. You try to kind of wrestle him down, and he manages to get loose. Z, you get up on top of that car. I'll let you hit him, but because Larry's trying to grapple him, if you shoot, you're gonna also hit Larry. He's a vampire. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Larry. You'll be fine.
No, I think Z doesn't take the shot.
Okay. All right. And Ryan, you got 2. You said
3 this time.
3 this time. Okay. You gash him as he pulls loose. He's missing an arm. I mean, a hand at this point.
Yeah.
So he makes a run for it. Yeah. He breaks off and runs for the tree line. What are you guys doing?
Rapid reflexes. I'm going to try to tackle him before he
Okay.
gets away.
You gonna try to shoot him again?
Yeah.
All right. Shoot. Brawl and dexterity. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm down on the ground. I'm going to try to slash out at his leg.
Okay.
Quintus is watching through the glass of the Humvee.
Dex and melee.
I'm rolling so bad.
What's your dice pool?
5. 0 success.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
I got 2.
All right. Are you, Javi? You doing anything?
Yeah, I think Javi is going to try to use his awe, his presence, discipline, awe, to get this guy's attention to stop running.
Okay. You get 2 extra dice because of the resonance.
Yep. Gotta look up. Awe is manipulation and presence. 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, 4.
Larry, you go to slash at him, and you hit that boot, and your bent blade breaks, and he kind of stumbles away. And tell me what awe can do.
Awe is anyone in the presence of the vampire finds their attention inexplicably drawn to them. Those listening to the vampire speak might suddenly agree on subjects where they once held different viewpoints. While the power doesn't cause
like all of
rapt infatuation, it is still strong enough to sway the minds of most mortals. So Javi is just going to yell out, stop.
It's not dominate, though. You can't
No.
tell them what to do.
Right.
John, how many successes did you get to shoot?
0.
0. And Ryan, you got
2.
2. Okay.
2 to tackle.
Team.
I'll give you this. He pauses temporarily. You beat him, which is crazy because he has a crazy dice pool on that. But it's not dominate. It's not. It's different. You got his attention.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to do.
Maybe that's not a good thing. But he stops and he looks back at you, and he looks angry. What is everyone doing? You first, Javier. You've got his attention.
I think Javi is going to try to intimidate him. I think he's going to say in a relatively calm voice, but loud enough for him to hear, "You move another foot, and we kill you."
Go ahead and roll intimidate and manipulation for me.
4 successes.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. He's not going to listen to you, but I'll give him a penalty on his dice pools because he's a bit shaken.
I like it.
What's everyone else doing? Stabbing,
Unloading.
shooting.
and hopefully hitting this time.
I mean, we want to take this guy alive, right?
No.
No. Okay. Cool.
No.
We just need we
Hard
need
pass.
we just need his
And
shit. We don't need his
Quintus and
info.
Larry.
All right.
Larry grabs, he's still holding the broken hilt, and he's
Yep.
just going to take it and use the pommel and try to like pound it into his
Okay.
temple.
Then stab.
Quintus is leaning up against the Hummer, and he's looking at the wound, and it's not closing, and he's starting to get frustrated.
Okay.
And angry.
Same rules for everyone. Matt, can you give me a roll of athletics and dexterity? Or melee if you have melee.
No.
Okay.
Z got 4 successes.
That's good because I only got one.
3 for Larry.
All right.
Too bad you guys couldn't like Captain Planet, like your powers combined.
What'd you get, Matt?
1 success.
Okay. You take 5 levels of damage. It is not aggravated, but it is not halved.
Ouch.
So
So it's just a dash.
Yeah.
Just a dash through it.
So if I have 3 health left,
So you cross off those 3, and then any that aren't crossed off, then you cross off another 2.
So
So they become aggravated.
Okay.
you had 3 left.
yeah. So I have 1
One
with
on
a dash.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, that was not
Okay.
good.
Yep.
He buries this blade into your chest, inches from your heart. And for a moment,
Amateur, it's not a stake.
you feel mortal. You just feel this kind of fear of death. And you know that it is very close. And then you hear the rip of that machine gun, and Larry pulls him off of you. You lay into him with this
I
gun.
yell, "Go down, you first light, drop out, fuck!"
And the two of you kill him between your blows with your broken knife and your gun. What's everyone's hunger?
3.
2.
Mine's 1, but
And Matt, you can heal that 1 regular damage with a rouse check.
Yep.
1 for Larry.
Okay.
1
So
for
no one's-
Javi.
No one's all right. No one's really high except Quintus. What are you at?
I mean,
Sorry, what are you at, Quintus?
every rouse
3.
check.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, only failed 1.
I mean, I made 3 rouse tracks. I failed 1.
You guys are good.
Javi,
The blade comes out, and you heal the wound as much as you can. And you can heal 1. Then you can heal the aggravated when you're asleep.
Poppy?
But
Yeah, I guess I'll make a rouse check for the 1. I got it.
yeah, you just hear the crackling of the fire from
Ethan,
the house.
get him in the Hummer. We're gonna try to find what we can.
We need to find
fine.
the records.
We're fine.
We gotta go.
I just start punching his body.
Nice. Yeah.
Mijo, get what we need. Everybody,
Okay.
get in the buildings. Get what we need.
Everyone, give me investigation and intelligence rolls. Add your all specs if you have it. Matt, you're staying at the car, but you roll anyway.
Can I roll intelligence in wits or
What are you trying to do?
intelligence in I guess kind of guide them as to where to look.
You can roll leadership and composure.
Okay.
Is this like a collective? So I got 1 success, so hopefully that helps someone else find something.
8 dice. I got 2 successes.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling hot.
That is 3 for Javi.
Okay.
3
5 successes, 4.
Thank God.
3 for Larry.
3 for Larry. Okay. Javi, Larry's about to kind of go off into the barn, and you direct him back to Kenneth's body and tell him to make sure he searches it. Larry, that blade that he stabbed Javier with, it is weird. You've never seen anything like it. You feel almost repelled by it, like you don't want to touch it. It looks like just a long combat knife, like modern design, but it feels weird to you. Just gives you a weird feeling.
Okay.
You also find that grenade, which you don't have any firearms, right?
Nope.
But it's intact. You're not sure what it is. Someone else can later tell you that it is a phosphorus grenade.
I'm stripping anything useful off him, kind of pulling off his body armor, looking for anything else on his person. Everything I find,
Are there any
I'm just
keys,
throwing
Larry?
Throw it
putting in the back of the Hummer. Yeah.
There are keys, which you throw to Quintus. The rest of you go inside the barn and you start looking around, and under the tractor you find a hatch into a fallout shelter. You make your way down, start ransacking the place. It's clear that this is where he lives. There's video camera setups for the whole property. There's some sort of security system that you triggered on the way in. You get to work immediately retrieving all of the hard drives. Since you're not sure what you're looking for or where it is, you just start retrieving all the information you can while the rest of you start looking around. Dan, you find something. You're not sure what it is, but it's clearly a bomb of some sort.
That was
It's not like active.
Okay.
It's like in a case.
okay, but it's
A weapon,
sure.
for sure.
Does it look like? Can I tell that is it packed up like it was going to be used elsewhere, or is it like
packed up like it's just packed up?
I got
Yeah.
it. Okay,
This is just a thing he took
got it.
that you now have, that you may want, that you may give to the Anarchs or you may keep.
Yep. But there's also
I'll tell you now what Z will find out looking through some of that information is that this is a First Light weapon, and it is called
ruh-roh.
a sunrise bomb.
Yikes!
And what it does is simulate daylight in a ballroom-sized area.
Oh my lord,
All right.
that's gruesome. All right.
You don't know that yet, but you
Yeah.
know it's a weapon.
Quintus starts. He places that case gingerly up on top of the barn floor and goes back down like the staircase and quickly grabs kind of anything that he can ascertain in terms of files or storage records or anything like that. And if there's laptops, then
You guys ransack that place as quickly as you can,
Yep.
and then you get out of there.
Yeah.
You make your way down the road, going way too fast, and
we trip a landmine and
triple
die.
landmine down. You get back to the road, and as soon as you get back to the road, Justin starts up his bike and starts driving. Doesn't wait to talk or anything, just starts driving, and you follow him. You eventually make your way to a cabin. It's little before sunrise. This cabin is completely light tight. It is the windows. It was built to look like it has windows, but in fact it doesn't. And sleeping bag set up on the floor for you to sleep. Z, you've been, before the sun comes up, you hook up some of these laptops and start looking through the information.
Yeah.
And you find the security footage from this First Light facility.
Got it. Right here.
Quintus stands up wearily and kind of comes to stand behind you over your shoulder.
You're going through at, times 100 speed.
Yeah.
As you see doctors coming and going. You see in this cell, Sidney. They treat her pretty horribly. The things they do to her are pretty awful. But it's like they don't consider her human.
Fuck, you almost feel bad for her.
You watch it. Hours, days go by very quickly. And then you slow the footage down when you see muzzle flashes on the screen. You see several First Light soldiers go by, rushing to the scene of something. And then you see one come back and stop. In the shadows behind him, you see a very tall man, very large build. And then from the darkness, you see his blade as it cuts this man's head off. A broadsword. And Mr. Boyle steps out of the darkness and walks down the hall.
Hell shit.
That's where we'll stop.
Oh,
Yes,
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, Boyles.
Thank you for listening to the Boston Masquerade on the Nastagram RPG podcast. Now we'd love to hear more from you. Find and follow us online. We are at Nastagram RPG on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook.com/Nastagram, or the Nastagram RPG Lounge for our community on Facebook, r/Nastagram on Reddit, and at Nastagram 2053 on YouTube. Or just go to the website, NastagramRPG.com, and you can link out to all those sites there. If you don't mess around with any of that social media bullshit, good on you. We'd still love to hear from you. Email us at nastagrampod@gmail.com. And finally, no matter what, we would beg, implore, and plead you to rate and review us, preferably at Apple Podcasts or whatever it is they call iTunes these days. And also just talk about us. Talk about us with your friends, anybody that you think would appreciate tabletop RPGs, or just telling good stories. Thanks again, and we will see you next Tuesday.
That's nasty.
Up against one of our kind, unprepared.
The truck is parked behind an old barn covered with camouflage netting. Against the barn, we see rain barrels, tools, fish drying racks.
I missed that.
I love it. Contacts come through. Fuck. Are you high yet? Finally. Z starts to feed as the camera fades to black.
You guys fucking? Yeah. I don't think I picked up on it till that scene.
He's not going to brag about it, you know?
Could you feed out of a penis?
100%.
Yeah.
Very vascular.
Yeah.
I would actually rule that you feed faster because the blood,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
It's pumping.
There, yeah.
And there's definitely resonance.
Yeah, 100%.
Level 1 dominate.